Hello and welcome to HobbyKing.com. My name is Stuart and you join me here on an extremely frosty but blissful winter's morning here for a just a small Mod Tech Monday, very much in keeping with the season that we have. And as you can see, the season is frost right now, but soon it will be snow, and when it is, it's going to be perfect for the ski slowpoke or something like that. Basically, it's a slowpoke with skis. Now, let's get around here into the sunshine. You'll recognize this model from the recent Mod Tech Monday video that we put out. A few changes beyond what you saw there, obviously, for the ski configuration. Now, these are the skis that come with a bush mule. So if you have a bush mule, you would have got included in that a set of skis. The main skis are on the undercarriage there, and then for the rear, I just fabricated up this skid that you see here. We'll have a closer look at that in just a second. Also, anticipating that when there is snow, I'll need as much ground clearance as I can get, I've actually added to this a 3-blade propeller, so it's one size smaller. This is a 11.6. The standard 2-blade propeller is a 12.6. So that gives us just a little more ground clearance as the actual prop arc or prop disc itself is smaller. So let's turn the model over and I'll give you a little bit of a closer look at the small mods that are needed to get a slowpoke on skis. Okay, so now I have a good friend Tom behind the camera, and he is going to act in that capacity whilst I turn over the model and talk about the very, very small modifications. Now, these skis fit pretty much as they do out the box when you get them with the bush mule. I've used the collar from the original wheels just to keep them on, and they just there's a wire that hooks over here. You will need to bend the spring that's included with them, but that's easy enough. You want to bend it just so they don't have so much spring in them. Now, the other thing you want to do, if you remember in the Gloss the Gladiator video, we talked about how you can replace the included plastic coated metal wire, steel braided wire or pull wire. You can replace that with elastic. Well, you then have that pull wire left over, and that's what I've utilized here. I've drilled a small hole in the top of the skis here and then attached it to an anchor point. Now, that anchor point, I've got some photographs here, is a piece of dowel glued into the wing. So you make the hole with a metal tube first, then glue in a piece of dowel, and then I've screwed down the wire onto that once that's set. And what you'll find, if we zoom out a bit, what you'll see when you're flying or when you're running along, they should run it around this level, but that wire stops these skis going to that extreme, because if they do, then that's going to create a lot of excess drag. So that just stops them going any further than, say, this, and they're both equally what's the word? Equally distanced, spaced?
Set.
Yeah, set. There we go. So they will only go this far. And what that should mean, if you back up a bit on the camera, so this is its attitude on the ground. Can you see that there? Is that clear?
Yeah.
So this is its attitude on the ground. It's going to be going along, and it means it can't tip over any more than that. And again, if you look at the 3-blade prop that I put, it's given just enough clearance, but what that means is that you're not going to be tipping over, and it stops again those skis from really going up against the wind. Now, so that's that. The other modification I made is to the tail wheel. It's not so much modification, I just fabricated. This is just a thin bit of aluminium that I bent into shape, piece of plywood, and then on top of that is a landing gear strap. I hope you can just about see that there. Tail wheel's been removed, that's been bolted on in place, and that's been sprayed, and that should work really well. I say should because I haven't tested this yet. It's not snow right now, but it is frost, so it's a good excuse to try it out, and hopefully we'll get some snow a little bit later on and I can add that footage if we do. If not, it's just going to be the ski mule on frost, which, you know, for most people in Europe, that's all we're going to get in this season of giving anyway. So let's take it out to the field and see how the, what did I call it? The slowpoke. Do you remember Skilo from the...
yeah, Skilo, the move.
Yeah. Slowpoke Mod Tech Monday. So let's give it a go.
There we go.
Oh, look at it gliding along. Oh, I love that. SlowPoke for the win. Woo! Oh, that is butter. Oh, one last thing I forgot to talk about. Now, that 3-blade prop, this is Mod Tech Monday, so you'll notice that this is actually a reverse rotation propeller, because that's actually all we had in stock at the moment at the EU warehouse for this one. Now, that means it spins in the opposite direction, but that's an easy fix, because the mod here is just to reverse any 2 wires of the motor and speed controller connection, and then the motor will run in the opposite direction. Just something you've got to look out for when it comes to rotational torque on takeoff, but other than that, it should work just fine. So, let's see if the SlowPoke works on skis. All right, ready?
Ready.
Okay, here we go. Maybe there's too much resistance. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to try some full up elevator. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, look at it gliding along. Oh, I love that. All right, so that's enough of the donuts and fun on the ground. Let's get around into what little wind there is. Oh, it's gliding along. Look at this. We'll do a takeoff. Remember, in this example, rotational torque is the opposite direction, so you'll need right rudder to take off to counter that torque, I think. Anyway, there she goes. Look at that. Still sitting on its side a bit. Needs a little bit more rudder trim. It is a bit strange flying with the rotation in the opposite direction, but it does work. Look how good that looks. Look at that. Doesn't that look sweet?
Really sweet.
Oh, the SlowPoke, the more and more I fly it, the more and more I do with it, I'm convinced it's an extremely versatile airframe. Alright, but we're here for the skis, so let's do a touch and go. How's that under the sun?
Yeah, it's still
that glorious winter sun. Alright, here we go. Look at those skis getting poised, ready for a nice touch and go. And they're flaring, flaring. Oh, yeah. Comes in quite fast. There we go. Oh, look at it. They were caught on a bit of grass at the end there. A little bit of up trim, and away she goes. Performance is still good. It's not quite as hot as it was on the original prop, and obviously there might be a little adverse drag with those skis. Oh, it's still every bit the SlowPoke.
Oh.
You good?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, let's do some more ski endeavours. I'm going to bring it round this way, so I will cross the sun. Well, I'll go under the sun a bit. I'm going to bring it in this way. See if I can get it to touch down a little bit sooner. Alright, let's do a nice ski touch and go. Yeah, here we go, power off, power off. Oh, look at that! Oh, I love it. Really, really love it. This is fantastic. So definitely I can recommend the SlowPoke for ski conversion. If you don't have the Bushmule and those skis available, there are of course other units still in stock, I believe, at least in Hong Kong, or you can just fabricate your own from, you know what I did in the past, you know, joss stick holders, you know those scented sticks? You know those ones, Tom?
No, I don't
the scented
recall.
sticks that you burn.
Yeah.
They have the wood that's like a ski.
Yeah.
So you want to use one of those because they've got those lips, like turned up ends. I've made skis from those in the past, and it's pretty much the same principle. But the SlowPoke is so good for it. And whilst we've got this weather, at least here in the northern hemisphere, oh, a little bit of slide sit there. I would try and get a prop in the correct rotation if you can. This is all I could get for now, so I had to reverse my direction. I'm forgetting about that when I'm applying power because I'm not correcting for the torque. Do another touch and go. Flare, flare, flare. Oh, it's bouncing so well. I really look forward to trying these when there's some actual snow. There you go, a little bit more trim there. So there we go. That is the, as I'm calling it, the SlowPoke. Coming in for a fast pass now. So you lost it in the sun there, I bet.
I was zoomed out, so it's okay.
Right. Okay, well maybe not. Okay, let's bring it in. We'll do a really nice landing now. Let's see how those skis are holding up. Pretty much power off now. A little bit of rudder. Flare, flare, flare. Oh, that is butter. Look at that. It's handling so well. Ah, what a treat. See how they're holding up? perfectly.
Perfect.
Working really, really well. So there we go. If you, like I said, if you can't get hold of these, if you don't have them left over from your Bushmill that you've brought, there are other skis available, or you can just fabricate some yourself, as I did on the tower wheel here. But for the model, certainly it handles the skis very, very well. When there's snow, that 3-blade prop will really come into its own, just that extra ground clearance. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed this seasonal Mod Tech Monday, and I'm sure we'll be back with one at some point in the new year very, very soon, because it's almost 2023. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.